Welcome back, sports fans. Today, we're diving into the top 9 things overheard as the Kansas City Chiefs triumphed over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 9. We're talking about a clash of titans, a battle for gridiron supremacy, and let me tell you something, folks, it was a game for the ages. The Chiefs, led by the phenomenal Patrick Mahomes, took on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in a rematch of Super Bowl LV. The tension was palpable, the energy electric, and the stakes higher than ever. We're going to break down all the drama, the highlights, the lowlights, and everything in between. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and get ready for some serious football analysis. Let's get started. Folks, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. The man is a magician on the field, a true maestro of the gridiron. We're talking about pinpoint accuracy, jaw-dropping throws on the run, and an uncanny ability to make something out of nothing. Against the Buccaneers, Mahomes was in his bag, dicing up the defense like a Thanksgiving turkey. He was throwing lasers all over the field, connecting with his receivers like they were glued to his fingertips. We saw him escape pressure, extend plays, and deliver strikes downfield. The Buccaneers' defense just couldn't handle the Mahomes magic. It was a clinic out there, a masterclass in quarterback play. And the numbers don't lie, folks. Mahomes finished the game with insert impressive stat 1, insert impressive stat 2, and insert impressive stat 3. He was the driving force behind the Chiefs' victory, and there's no doubt about it. Mahomes is in a league of his own, and he proved it once again on that field. Now let's talk about Tom Brady, the GOAT, the legend, the man who defies Father Time. But even the greatest of all time has his off days, and unfortunately for Buccaneers fans, this was one of them. Brady looked out of sync, uncomfortable in the pocket, and his throws lacked their usual zip. The Chiefs' defense deserves credit for putting pressure on Brady, but some of those misfires were just head-scratchers. We saw him overthrow receivers, get picked off in crucial moments, and just generally struggle to find his rhythm. It was clear that the Chiefs' defensive game plan was designed to disrupt Brady's timing, and it worked to perfection. Now, I'm not saying Brady's washed up, not by a long shot. But this game was a reminder that even the best are susceptible to off days. The question is, can Brady bounce back from this performance? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the Buccaneers need him to figure it out if they want to make a deep playoff run. Let's give some love to the Chiefs' defense because they came to play. They were flying around the field, hitting hard and making life miserable for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers' offense. They were relentless in their pursuit, shutting down the run and forcing Brady into quick throws. The secondary was particularly impressive, blanketing the Buccaneers' receivers and making it nearly impossible for Brady to find open targets. We saw Mention, a key defensive player, come up with some huge plays, including Mention's specific play. Their ability to get off the field on third down was crucial in limiting the Buccaneers' scoring opportunities. This was a statement game for the Chiefs' defense, proving that they can hang with the best of them. They were the unsung heroes of this victory, and they deserve all the credit in the world. Chapter 4: Buccaneers O-line collapses. Now let's talk about the Buccaneers' offensive line, or, well, lack thereof. They were an absolute mess, folks, getting manhandled by the Chiefs' defensive front. They couldn't protect Brady, couldn't open up holes for the running backs, and looked completely overmatched. It was like watching a matador wave a red cape in front of a bull, except the bull was the Chiefs' defense, and the matador was the Buccaneers' offensive line. We saw Brady getting sacked left and right, running for his life, and generally looking uncomfortable in the pocket. The running game was non-existent, and it's no surprise considering the lack of push from the offensive line. This was a major weakness for the Buccaneers, and it ultimately cost them the game. They need to figure out a way to protect Brady and establish the run if they want to have any chance of competing with the league's best. Chapter 5: Andy Reid, Mastermind at Work. Let's talk about the mastermind behind the Chiefs' offensive juggernaut, Andy Reid. The man is a genius, a true offensive guru, and he had the Buccaneers' defense on their heels all night long. His play calling was creative, unpredictable, and perfectly tailored to exploit the Buccaneers' weaknesses. He dialed up a mix of run and pass plays, kept the Buccaneers guessing, and always seemed to be one step ahead. We saw him utilize pre-snap motion to confuse the defense, take shots downfield when the opportunity presented itself, and rely on his playmakers to make plays in space. Reid's ability to adjust his game plan on the fly is second to none, and it was on full display in this game. He's the architect of one of the most explosive offenses in NFL history, and he proved once again why he's considered one of the greatest coaches of all time. Chapter 6. Special teams makes the difference. Folks, special teams often gets overlooked, but in a game of inches, it can be the difference between winning and losing. And in this game, the Chiefs' special teams unit stepped up and made some big plays. We saw Mention, a key special teams player, come up with a clutch Mention-specific play that shifted the momentum in the Chiefs' favor. Their punt coverage was excellent, pinning the Buccaneers deep in their own territory and making it difficult for them to mount scoring drives. On the other hand, the Buccaneers' special teams unit struggled, giving up a couple of big returns that gave the Chiefs excellent field position. In a game this close, those hidden yards can be crucial, and the Chiefs capitalized on their opportunities. Now, no game recap is complete without discussing the impact of injuries. Unfortunately, both teams were bitten by the injury bug in this game, and it definitely had an impact on the outcome. For the Buccaneers, Mention-injured player went down with a Mention injury and was unable to return. This was a huge loss for the Buccaneers, as Mention-injured player is a key contributor on Mention side of the ball. On the Chiefs side, Mention-injured player left the game with a Mention injury, and his status is uncertain going forward. Injuries are an unfortunate part of the game, but they can significantly alter the course of a season. Let's talk about the atmosphere at Stadium Name, because it was electric. The fans were hyped up for this matchup, and they brought the noise from the opening kickoff to the final whistle. The Chiefs fans were in full throat, cheering on their team and creating a hostile environment for the Buccaneers. You could feel the energy in the stadium, and it definitely gave the Chiefs a home field advantage. The Buccaneers fans traveled well, as always, and they made their presence known. But in the end, it was the Chiefs fans who went home happy, celebrating a hard-fought victory over a tough opponent. After the game, we got some interesting insights from the players and coaches. Mention player or coach had this to say about the game. Insert quote about the game. Mention another player or coach echoed those sentiments, stating that insert another quote about the game. These post-game comments give us a glimpse into the minds of the people who were on the field, and they help us understand what went right and what went wrong. It's clear that the Chiefs are feeling confident after this win, while the Buccaneers have some work to do if they want to get back on track. One thing's for sure, this game will be talked about for a long time to come. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for tuning in to our breakdown of the top 9 things overheard as the Chiefs beat the Buccaneers in Week 9. We saw some incredible plays, some questionable decisions, and some unforgettable moments. The Chiefs proved why they're considered one of the best teams in the league, while the Buccaneers showed that even the best are vulnerable on any given Sunday. This game had it all: drama, excitement, and a whole lot of heart. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more sports updates. We'll be back next time with more in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and everything you need to stay ahead of the game. Like and subscribe and click below to see more information on this topic.